Hi everybody, welcome back. Tony again here with Shinsho Yoga. And this week I'd like to offer you just a little reading of probably one of my all-time favorite poems, a poem called Desiderata by Max Ehrman. Max Ehrman wrote this poem, I believe, in 1976. And it's something that I often read in my classes to my students during savasana. And I feel that it pretty much sums up all you need to know in spirituality, all you need to know in life, all you need to know in how you live. I wish I could write and speak as well as he did in this one. That's why I read it to my students, and that's why teachers are teachers. I don't necessarily have to create everything. I just need to be able to find it and share it with my students. So you are my students for today, and I want to share with you again, what I think is said as perfectly as you can when it comes to leading a spiritual life. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all arity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy. It's one of my all-time favorite poems. It's my kind of my own little journal. I have different stories that I like to share with my students, different notes to remind me. Some other poems in there that I enjoy, like No Man is an Island and I Would Be True. Things like that, St. Francis and the Sow, but none, in my opinion, sum it up like Desiderata. You can read any spiritual text till the cows come home. You know, the Bible, the Christian Bible, is long. You know, the Jewish Talmud and the Torah are long. The Islamic Quran is long. Every spirituality, every religion has very long, drawn-out, thought-out stories because they're meant to share them as from many points of view and many different points in time as they can to try to be able to reach and speak to people. But this poem, in my opinion, sums up spirituality in its nutshell. You know, there are certain lines in there Be yourself. That's something I had to learn. Many years in my life I was trying to be who others wanted me to be, or who I thought they wanted me to be, or I thought what would be successful. You weren't put on this earth to do that. You were put here to be you. You're unique. You have unique abilities, and you are meant to be unique and be who you are. Those who will recognize that, who want to be a part of that, will come to you. Those who don't, won't. Be yourself. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery, but let this not blind you what virtue there is. Doing yoga for a living, you would think that, well, it's a spirituality, it's a this, it's a that. It's a business, at least in this country. And people want to make money off it. I need to make money off it so I can pay my bills. Others find it as a way to get rich. You have to exercise caution in your business affairs. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. I remind myself of that on a daily basis. The older I get, I get a little slower. The eyesight isn't as good as it was before. Harder to keep the weight off. Start to lose the muscle mass. Getting gray hair in lots of places. Can't always read things as well. That's okay. It's okay. You have to grow old gracefully. Right? There's nothing better than to be an older person and have all that experience and be able to embrace that for all that it is, and not try to hold on to that youth and try to be that young person again. You can maintain that mindset of curiosity of that child you were, 10, 11, 12 years old, but have the experience of the older person. What a wonderful combination. Growing old gracefully is very important. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. There was a time in my life when I used to read that part over and over again, where, there's those times when you would just be like, well, there's nobody else around, there's nothing going on, blah, 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 no one wants to be around me, nobody's here, this and that, and, well, maybe, many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You have a right to be here. I do. You do. That doesn't mean I'm allowed to infringe on your rights and you're allowed to infringe on mine. I offer you the respect. You're allowed to be here. I'm allowed to be here. And we respect each other for that. Some people have no self-worth. Self-worth. It's hard to say. You have a right to be here. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be. And addresses it to everybody. The version of God that you see is personal to you. No one has the right one. Only you can determine that. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. There's beauty every day. I have some flowers I planted in my backyard a while ago. I have a little flower garden, just wildflowers. And every year they come up, I get so excited. I go, oh, look at that little flower. Oh, you pretty flower. And then I see the bees coming all the way. I go, oh, hello, Mr. Bee. How are you? And then I put water out there. Sometimes it gets a little, for the bees, a little thing of water. They need a little drink of water. It gets too hot out there. And then I put a little thing out for the birds, too. Like an old man out there feeding the birds and things. But it's just all this amazing little things that happen in my backyard that I didn't pay attention to before. So you just try to be cheerful and strive to be happy. not forcing positivity, not pretending to be something you're not. Just strive to be happy. I like that poem a lot. Again, I think it sums it all up. I think it's all you really need to know. And if you enjoy it, I'm happy to have shared it with you. And hopefully there's something in there that speaks to you. But either which way, just breathe, follow your breath. And as the thoughts arise, acknowledge them, allow them to pass by, and return to the breath. Thanks for watching. Namaste.